Hey guys, and welcome back to Diablo 3. So, last time we found out that this is the correct crypt to go to find the Chancellor's tomb, and in there, hopefully, the crown of the Skeleton King. The crown of the Skeleton King. I do that quite a bit. I say the instead of the. I just think it sounds better at times. I am well aware of the rules that technically govern when to say which. But sometimes saying the just sounds better to my ears, so I'm not necessarily going to stop, because a good rule of thumb in the English language, if it sounds better, say it. Unlike the German language, English kind of developed by being spoken. If you look at stuff like Shakespeare or Marlowe, like great English authors, they made up words left and right.
Beneath this tomb scream of madness and betrayal. The crown is near.
Simply because it sounded better, and you could still, as long as you understood what was being meant, it's fine. The German language is very different there, because great German authors didn't really do that. So the rules are a lot more rigid in the German language, basically. Okay. I thought he was immune against the snaring effect, but he wasn't.
The unburied are formed from human corpses that were flung into mass graves without a proper burial. This hideous amalgamation of bodies decomposes together into one being, bound by some foul magic. For all my knowledge, I could only flee from it. And I would expect any other sensible person to do the same.
Okay, and now we found the Chancellor's tomb, so let's go there. And here we have a new type of enemy, Tomb Guardians. And what those will do is they will summon more skeletons. I will go to the sides first. Okay, so here's the fast exit, which I don't believe I need. Think I get a better option of traveling after this quest. But yeah, facing Tomb Guardians, it is a good idea to kill them first, because they will summon more skeletons. I'm not certain if you can exploit that to get, like, tons of experience. It seems a little pointless, but I would think there's probably a way to prevent that as well. Maybe the skeletons don't give experience or something. I don't know. Anyway, here's the Chancellor's altar, so that's the crown.
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
But the Chancellor himself did not want us to take it, so we had to kill him again. And as a reward, we get the town portal, which again in the in Diablo games that would cost money, like scrolls, but now we can just use it. And ta-da! We're back in town. So let's talk to Hedrick now.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem. It's good to work again. There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
We all seek meaning in grief. Maybe we will find it together. I have other news. Your apprentice died his final death. I am sorry.
Fool boy. Hope for the worst and you will not be disappointed. Thank you for the news.
Okay, so let's see. I think that's a letter from his wife.
My dearest Heydrich, do not feel despair, my love. You did everything you could. Our time together meant more than words can say. But in the end, fate is a cruel mistress. Your strength is needed to end the horrors that beset this world. My final wish is that you find your path. Love always. Mira.
Oh dear, that was kind of sad. So, we now have the blacksmith here. His services are open for business, I guess. I could like actually start building stuff now. I will make one of these simply because I have not got any bracers yet. Dexterity and additional experience, meh, I'll take it. But yeah, I can't really equip much of the stuff that he can make yet, so there doesn't seem to be much point, basically. What I can do though is salvage, which basically means getting crafting materials from my items, which I will do with all of my items here, simply because selling them does not give me much money. I don't need to repair anything. He is also at the maximum level, he just doesn't have that many recipes yet. And now we can talk to him. Your wife.
I see the villagers weeping for their dead. You do not? How is it that you alone know of the unformed land?
I don't know what you're talking about. You did me a service and I'm grateful, but I don't care to speak of my wife.
Ah, you bury your tears. Hear me when I tell you that I understand. Long ago, before I became a warrior, my little sister died of a terrible illness. I did not sleep for long days. I did not eat. The spirits, they whispered and sang to me until my tears dried. They sing to me still, and I smile to hear my sister among them.
With all due respect, I don't want to hear about your beliefs or your spirits. If you don't have any business for me, just leave me be.
Okay, so he is kind of sad, he just doesn't show it. Fair enough. And now your grandfather.
I wish to hear more of your grandfather. He served King Leoric?
Not much to tell. I lived with my father in Caldeum at the time. We heard that my grandfather stayed in Tristram until the end, trying to save lives. Don't know if he succeeded, but there it is. When the Skeleton King fell, my grandfather was dying from a sword wound. He had the crown sealed with him to keep it safe.
It takes strength to stand against the dark. Thank you for your grandfather's sacrifice.
Okay. Okay, I'll just quickly store away my items and... I switched out my minor health potions to the lesser ones, which just heal for more. Now, I need to check for... actually, quest progress first, and then I'll check for diaries.
The crown is in my keeping. Direct me now to the Lost King.
At last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton King, place the crown atop his head and destroy him.
The Skeleton King's sickness infects this land. I will put an end to it and find the star.
Good, good. Now let's check for diaries. I probably missed some already, but there we go.
I wish that Leia could live a different life, a more normal life. But alas, such is not her fate. When I pass, there is none but her to continue my work, and the future of this world hangs in the balance.
And Leia has not written anything since her third rather. We missed the second one. I don't know how, but apparently we did. I don't think there's any...
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
I'm not that interested in new items right now. So let's get down to the cathedral garden. Because we need to go deeper into the cathedral to find the Skeleton King. This door was locked before, and to open it we need the Skeleton King's crown, which we have. It's In this game, like quest items, which we technically have, they're not put into our inventory, we just have them. So, open. I spoke of this in one of my German Let's Plays as well. Different games take different approaches to the question of whether you should carry quest items on your person or not. I have to say there's merit to both versions, really. On the one hand, it seems like if I'm carrying that crown, realistically it should be somewhere, but somehow mysteriously I have it, but it doesn't do anything. Like, it's not in my inventory, it doesn't take up space. I'm lagging a bit. Okay, this is not helpful. Wow. That's the disadvantage of playing a single-player game online. Currently, that's a little bad. I'll wait if it gets better. But over a second is really not very playable. Okay, 441, that is better, so I'll give it a try. Yeah, that seems a lot more playable. Very good. It just happens from time to time. It is a server-based game. In a way, I can see why they did that, but like, that is one criticism which I agree with wholeheartedly. If you're gonna make it an online game, have the server capacity to handle it. But to be honest, at this point, like, you see when the video is uploaded, it's no longer easy to blame the service. It might have been my internet, so you can't really tell which it is. And obviously any kind of server-based game will have downtime and some lag, and that's fine. The criticism about this is purely about like the launch. Okay, more knockback minion, not knockback minions, knockback enemies, and some quick shoes, which will probably give me movement speed. Yeah, but I'm not using them. So at launch it was a bit pathetic that a company that does an online game like World of Warcraft cannot handle the amount of people that would play this game at launch. But by now, like, the game is very fun now, so I would recommend it at this point. It's still not that cheap, but it has to be said very much in Blizzard's favor that over the time they seem to have realized the mistakes they made and they have fixed them, which is more than can be said of a lot of other companies, where glitches are never fixed. And like, the fact that they're willing to shut down the auction house, which is a major part of the game and like one of the major income sources from this game, it really does, to my mind, show that they are willing to listen to their fans. It was an unexpected move. I had not expected them to be willing to do that, but there you go.
When we returned from our horrific defeat in Westmarch, my beloved king lost all pretense of sanity. He seethed with rage, spitting curses upon us as traitors. With great sorrow, I ran him through.
Okay, so he's the guy who killed the king. And whoa, more minions, more tomb guardians, more undead things that want dying again. Let's check the pants. Nope. Oh, that's terrible. Like the damage dealt is converted to life thing. That's a very useful stat. But it's not worth losing that much damage, and for the moment I don't need it. It is a very valuable stat in the late game, so a lot of builds use that pretty much exclusively to maintain their health.
It's not my time to die.
Fine then. Now it is. And more Lachdanan scrolls.
I will forever live in anguish for my last attempt to honor my king. As we lay him to rest in his burial chamber, he manifested as a hideous skeletal demon. Gorash and my other knights were overcome at once, but I fought on.
Oh, another one of the Unburied. We fought one of those before we went into the Chancellor's Tomb, if you remember. Oh, more skeletons, why hey. So like the one, or like one of the criticisms about the game is that the auction house does in a way take away from the experience, and I agree. But as I said, very much in their favor, they're actually removing that, because that's what the people playing the game said. So that's quite great, I have to say. You don't see that very often, because it means that they have to revamp a lot of this game to work without an auction house. It was very much designed with that in mind, and you can tell, like, if I do this Let's Play to higher difficulties, on normal it's not quite as relevant, I would say, but I think last time with my wizard I started having to buy items on I think Late Nightmare. I started just getting some stuff from the auction house. It's just the way the game is designed, a lot of the items you find you will not be able to use yourself, you don't want to use yourself. Often you're not meant to. It's more like if you find something that's good, great. But more often than not, if you find something that's not good, sell it. Either because it might be that it's good, but you don't need it, so you sell it on the auction house, or it might be that it's just merchant fodder. But yeah, basically a lot of times you get items, you just have to turn them into money, some way or another. And I'll be quiet for a bit.
And now I wander, cursed by my once beloved king. Evil gnaws at my bones, and I cannot risk putting my beloved Tristram in danger, should I fail to contain that which tears at me. I must venture down into the labyrinth, to die alone.
Okay. You do that. And yeah, you're supposed to then basically turn your drops into money largely, and then buy stuff that better suits your needs on the auction house, which it does in a way not really. It makes it slightly less fun. Let's just say it like that. Getting a cool item.
Maintain your incantations.
Ave magistros, ave registras, ave leodas.
Your magic is I am free.
And that's one of the reasons why, at the moment,
Back to my mission.
I would still prefer a game like Torchlight over Diablo. Simply because in Torchlight, when you find a new item, it's like, well, if you find a rare new item, like a unique thing or something, very often you think, oh, this is cool, I can use this. Not always, but at least often. And at times you find something that you can't use, but you start thinking, oh, I could build a new character who can use this. And I've never gotten this feeling in Diablo 3, which to my mind takes away from it a little bit. Okay. So now I have a new corpse spiders runes called leaping spiders, which summons jumping spiders, which jump and do more damage. So I'm switching to that now. And I've got a new skill category which is currently filled with Soul Harvest. Feed on the life force of up to 5 enemies within 16 yards. Gain 28 intelligence for each affected enemy. Now each point of intelligence increases my damage by 1%. So if I can suck the life force from 5 enemies, that's 140% more damage, which is decent. As you can see, my current intelligence is 34, and even one enemy will give me 28 more for the 30 seconds. So that's very nice.
Who are you?
You will know soon enough. Help me find my gear. I will reward you well. Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I go to face the Skeleton King.
As do I.
And this is the first of our companions. Well, currently he's just following us around a little bit. But he will soon become a companion. And I don't mean companion in a prostitute kind of way. Okay, back down to the spiders. I still don't like these as much as the poison darts. I seem to take more damage when using the spiders because they take longer to get going, basically. Just checking if there's anything there, but there isn't. Oh,
the
nice.
cultists dragged me past this glowing pit. What made it?
I wish to know this as well.
He's free! Do not let him rearm!
Haha, I will definitely let him rearm.
There are my weapons.
Okay, and a waypoint for us.
I am Cormac, a warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar. There is no reason we should hunt alone.
No, there is not.
Indeed. So, we will find that out next time though. I'll be seeing you then. Bye bye.